Soon everyone, welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Legacy League. Not hardcore, not solo self-found, just normal Legacy League. Apologies for not uploading any episodes yesterday. Some people in the Discord channel are already aware, but I ended up getting sick, catching a flu or something. It got pretty bad over the last few days, and I'm still not fully recovered yet. Which is partly the reason why my voice is still, it's sounding a little funny. You know, we're not fully back yet, but I figured, you know, might as well try and release an episode. Now, during my off time, I sort of went out to PoE trade and I bought myself a Mugal Grasp. Now, what a Mugal Grasp does is that we are only allowed to summon half the number of zombies as normal. So instead of 8 zombies, we're now only allowed 4 zombies. However, each zombie gets 5,000 additional life. They have 27% increased resistances. And they deal fire damage. I think enemies killed by zombies deal 20% of their life as fire damage. And zombies also deal 99% more physical damage. That's 1% off from maximum. So now we actually have really tanky zombies and zombies that have like essentially Infernal Blow, which is really good. It's really strong. I can actually, I think, drop Purity if I wanted to and put on a different 35% aura. Now I don't really have one. Oh, I do. I have Vitality. Oh, but I wouldn't want to run Vitality. But maybe that's something I can think about, because I can actually drop one of my Purity auras if I wish, because the Mugal Grasp gives us 21% increased elemental resistance for our zombies. So that will bring it up to 66% or something like that. 60 something, 61, 62%. And then we also get plus 20% resistances from our Ascendancy. So they should be at maximum resistance, I believe. Oh shoot, let me go back to base real quick. I actually equipped Flammability because I wanted to test how good it is with the explosion damage coming from the Mugal Grasp. But I think I've come to the realization that they already do enough damage that just if they kill one thing, they pretty much one-shot everything around them. So at this point, our zombies is actually, they're really good at wave clearing, as you can see right there. Obviously with less zombies, it's not as nice, and I don't really have an idea of what specters to get because they're not really linked with anything either. Like, I'll just grab a couple specters and they'll just be sort of meat shields, I suppose. I did pick up Flesh Offering up again. Since now that we have, you know, 4 zombies, getting them to move faster, attack faster is a lot more important now. And if I find that maybe if I'm low on HP, then maybe I'll pop a Spirit Offering. Honestly, I've never found myself low on Energy Shield. It just doesn't happen much anymore. And in part, that's due to Zealot's Oath. Like, we're recovering 118 Energy Shield per second. Like, that's a lot. So we have a lot of ES regeneration. So I'm thinking maybe it would be better if I start, you know, maybe picking up some armor pieces, right? Maybe Energy Shield isn't as important now. Well, it's still important. But, you know, life, strength, those are the things we should go for. The more strength we get, the more ES we're going to get, right? So, and that's simply due to Jeffrey's baptism. Or, sorry, not Jeffrey. Jeffrey's sanctuary, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's time to get some other defenses. And specifically, I mean armor. Armor would be pretty nice. Right now we have 1100 armor. It's a little low. I'm just trying to think of ways that we can keep our health up. the biggest way actually we can do it is by actually getting 1,000 strength, because once we get 1,000 strength, the Baron would allow our zombies to leech life for us. So the Baron says, with 1,000 or more strength, 2% of damage dealt by your zombies is leeched to you as life. Now that's actually freaking amazing. If I could get that, I would love it. However, who knows when we're gonna reach 1,000 strength, especially since we only have 292 at this point in time. We're gonna need a lot of jewel sockets, I think. And I don't know, like right now I'm just not high enough level to get that kind of strength. I'm gonna need a lot of gear. I'm gonna need a lot of everything. So, oh, can I summon one of these things as zombies? This big guy? Pocket Goliath. Can I have him instead? Oh, let me see. Can I get me some Pocket Goliaths? Lantern Bearers aren't bad either, but I just want something to tank for me. Okay. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a Goliath. Like I see one there. Okay. I didn't blow up its corpse. Pocket Goliath. There we go. Okay, so now we kind of have two more tanks with us. I just need stuff that can like sort of tank damage. Because with the reduction in zombies, I don't really have this meat shield anymore. It's just not there. So I need another way to absorb damage. I suppose these Goliaths will be it. And I just gotta make sure I keep my distance, I suppose. Okay. So far, so good. So with regards to our streaming schedule, so I was and I'm still in like the stages of trying to figure out what's the best streaming schedule that would fit into sort of my own work schedule and my sort of personal life. At first I was like, maybe I'll just make it variable and announce this schedule every week, but I would like to make it, you know, a little bit more fixed. Now I'm currently thinking that sort of 2 or 3 days a week would be kind of nice, and it's kind of doable for me. With regards to when we'll do those 2 or 3 days, I'm thinking 2 weekdays and 1 weekend, with the weekend being in the morning. So I wanted to do Wednesday, Friday, Saturday this week. However, I'm going to a bunch of... Wait. The boss died already? I didn't... What? When did this happen? I didn't even see it. Okay, well, whatever. Well, I was thinking of doing a stream on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I think I might do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which seems weird because that means, you know, 3 days in a row of just straight streaming, with the Saturday one being in the morning. However, let's see, today is Wednesday. I don't think I'm doing a stream tonight. If instead it would be tomorrow night, simply because I'm going out to see... I went and saw 3 musicals this week. It just happened to coincide with, like, that's just how it worked out. And, you know, when it comes to musicals, you can't really, you know, pick another day. The ticket's already picked up. Or the ticket's already purchased. And, I mean, that's that, right? So, I guess I'll be sort of busy at night, so I won't be able to stream. However, Thursday and Friday, I'm relatively free. So, I'm gonna say, weather permitting, right? I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow night between 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and again on Friday night 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday morning 10 to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is the plan for this week's streaming schedule. To be honest, the streaming has been going pretty well, I would say. Just in regards to, you know, how much I'm enjoying it and how much sort of how much reception I'm getting from the viewers or from you guys. It seems that you guys are enjoying it as well. In the past, I've gotten a lot of requests going like, you know, like Emnix, when's the next time you're gonna do a stream? When are you planning on ever doing streaming? And typically my answer would be like, you know what, like I just don't have the time in my life to, you know, I just don't have that free time to do it right now. I'm not ready to do streaming. And not only that, I don't have a viewer base. I do a stream and, you know, nobody ends up watching, and, you know, I have to sit there for 2 hours straight. And not that I care that, you know, if nobody watches, because in a way I'm just playing the game. But, you know, if instead it could be streaming, you know, in the comforts of my own time restraint, and, you know, be recording an episode for 30 minutes, take a break, and come back an hour later and record for another 30 minutes, which is typically what I do. Now we sort of have this giant 2-hour session where we record nonstop, and take, you know, 3 or 4 bathroom breaks in between, because I have a tiny bladder despite being, you know, quite a big person, I'd say. And yeah, but you know what? These last couple days of streaming, I've absolutely, and you know what? I absolutely enjoy sort of talking with you guys while streaming, you know, interacting with the viewers and just having fun in general. I think it makes it a much more entertaining experience, not only for myself, but for hopefully you guys as well. So, I mean, that's, as long as I have the time, I'm going to try to do it as much as possible. And honestly, I'm still like debating whether I want a Twitch channel, but I think right now we're still too small to really have it matter. So we're probably going to stick to YouTube for a while. But I think there's going to come a point, like I do have a Twitch channel and I streamed on it. I don't know, maybe back in the day my internet wasn't as good, and I mean I moved now, but when my old internet, when I was streaming on Twitch, the chat was just, it was very far behind and it wasn't as enjoyable. So maybe you know, once this channel gets bigger and, you know, we have a bigger audience, maybe we can think about Twitch streaming. But right now I think the YouTube streaming it's just a lot more convenient. The stuff that gets sent over to Twitch, I can, you know, upload directly onto YouTube and all that stuff. So we're gonna continue doing that for a while, and maybe switch over one day. I'm not sure. I don't even know what the benefits are, honestly. If I were to compare streaming platforms, when it comes to viewer base, you know, I'd say Twitch obviously has the most when it comes to live streaming. But when it comes to, like, you know, like interaction with the viewers themselves, I'd say Beam has the best one. They actually have a really nice system, and you know, they have like faster than light responsiveness, which is basically the moment you type, I would see the message, which was really cool. If I had anybody typing at the time, which, you know, there was nobody who was. The Beam doesn't have enough of an audience just yet. And then there's YouTube, which is like not better than Beam and not better than Twitch. However, most of my content is on YouTube, so it's kind of like, it's the most convenient one. And I think with the viewer base that we have now, and honestly, it doesn't matter too much. So I'm just gonna put it somewhere where I feel, you know, I'll put it online whenever I can. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. Yada yada. But yeah, what are we doing today? So why are we in the mines in merciless difficulty, or I suppose the crystal veins? Well, I'm just trying to get to the waypoint, really. Once I get to the waypoint, sort of, we've just done, what was it called? Deshret? No. The spirit, yeah, Deshret Spirit. We just did that quest, which would give us sort of the last passive point when it comes to progression. So that's the last passive point we're gonna get. And then pick up the waypoint. Let's get all of our quest rewards, and then we can sort of call it, you know, like this is probably it for progression for the next probably a very long time, until we need to fight Malachi. So, oh, a jewel. Let's just go for like a crimson. It's not that good. I mean, none of these jewels are really that useful for us. If anything, we need the bronze jewel, which would give us more strength. But even then, the strength isn't that useful until we start collecting more. So we have to start hitting more of these strength nodes. Like I'm thinking of like going down here, getting some life nodes, going down here, grabbing these life nodes. Just all that stuff. To be honest, the chaos nodes might be better. But then we wouldn't be collecting strength. Like having chaos resistance might be kind of nice. That's my train of thought anyways. I don't know. Anyway, so it's, let's see, 16 minutes. So we have 15 minutes to kill. Sort of while I was sick, I was just doing non-stop dry lake runs. And that's still an option, but maybe today we can sort of work on our first map. That could be an option. Let's take a look at all the legacy stones we have too. Maybe we can work on some of those as well. Okay, let's see. I have a flask here. I have a random sanctified flask. I should try and roll it. I have a divine life flask, which is a lot of life over a short period versus an eternal life flask, which is so a lot of life over a long period versus less life over a shorter period. Okay, let's try to roll like an instant flask. Let's 20% it. Oh shit. I didn't realize it was blue. I wasted my my baubles. That was a mistake. Okay, let's try and, you know, get some baubles. Ah, that was stupid. Silly. Silly mistake. It's okay.
Bye.
It's actually really hard to get baubles if you don't, like, if you don't play much. Bleed. Oh, that's perfect because I would be replacing my bleed flask. Okay, that's actually great. But that means I only have one potion for my minions. And it doesn't even heal that much. Oh well. So this is actually a really good potion. 50% recovered instantly. I recover 700 instantly. 1440 life over 3 seconds. That's alright. That's actually okay. Yeah, let's try and do like a map today. Let's just do something easy. Or is there like a challenge that I need to work on? Maybe we can try and finish Encounters 1, so unique monster while it is under onslaught. Do I even have an... I don't even have an onslaught freaking jewel. Okay, so forget the onslaught one. What's Encounters 2? Breach monsters while under the effects of a shrine and on a rampage. Okay, that sounds too complicated. How about Essence with Talisman or Essence with Tempest? Do I have Tempest? Legacy. Tempest. I don't have Tempest. You're kidding me. Okay. Okay. Breach while under a shrine and rampage. Do I have Rampage? Oh my god. Okay, let's just randomly pick some. You know what? Like this is getting a little silly. Just wasting time now. Let's do a Beyond map. I don't want to do Breach Beyond. That might be too much. Let's do Ambush. Okay, Ambush of Excellence. Strong boxes in next area will contain 4 additional random rare items. Let's do some Parandis as well. Or, sorry, Prophecy. Sure. And let's also do some Parandis. I'm happy with that. Alright, so the map we are gonna do, which honestly doesn't matter, but let's just do Jungle Valley. Jungle Valley might be tough. I think I would do like an arcade. That's probably like one of the easier ones. Let's do a blue arcade. Increased area of effect. That's okay. Chain is actually terrible for minions. Goatman is okay. Less effect. Okay. So I'll explain why chain is awful. Because if something chains us, it's going to hit all of our minions and they're going to get wrecked. And then it might chain back to us. So we could get like shotgunned by the chain. So I would prefer not to have that happen. So let's activate the map. I don't even have an atlas yet. That's how far behind we are. This is like 3 or 4 weeks in now. 3 weeks in. This is the first map that we've done in a all league. This is the first map this league. Let's not die in here. So I'm still running into this problem where, you know, our defense, I'm not happy with the defense. I'm pretty happy with the amount of life that we have. Like, we're entering maps with 3,700 life. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Now, the next thing I really want to focus on is maybe it's time to start removing a couple of these energy shield pieces and putting on some armor pieces. Or maybe just armor ES or something like that. And having a little bit more armor might help us just be able to sort of withstand all this damage that we're taking. And honestly, the ES, I haven't noticed it being a problem. Like, we've been maintaining a high level of ES at all times. Oh, defeat Vegan. I guess I'll do that. Who's ground slamming? What? Oh, is it my golem? It might be the golem. Okay. Begin combat. Oh god. See, like every time we get hit, it freaking hurts, man. Oh, this motherfucker's cheating with potions. Don't do that. Okay. So getting masters to a higher level is very nice, especially since it's part of the challenges. I'm just so scared of getting hit multiple times or getting surrounded or anything. I need that armor. Like having mind over matter is nice. But honestly, even if I just had like, I don't know, 500 ES, I would be fine. Because we just have so much ES. So I feel like I don't need all this ES. Like, typically you want to have half of your life as ES. And we kind of have that. We actually have more. Well, we don't have. Yeah, we kind of have that. We have 3,700 life. Half of that would be like 18 to 1900. And we have 16 or 1700. And then we have a lot of ES regen, you know, which kind of counts as life regen. But the life values are just too low, I think. And I'm not comfortable with that. And when, like, the moment I pop Spirit Offering, our ES values just, it's like off the charts, man. Let me try it real quick. 2,500. You know, like, that's really high. So, switching over. Now, we'll always be playing hybrid, that's for sure. Because the Baron is a strength-based sort of item. And strength affects life. And it gives you HP as well. So if you switch to CI or something, all that strength, like if you had 1,000 strength, all of that would be wasted. So you kind of do need to play this like life variant of a summoner. But I don't know, man. I'm starting to think like maybe I've never seen my energy shield values go down to 0. I don't think I've ever even seen it go down to half. Like that's how much energy shield we have at all times. So it's like, do I really need to have this much ES though? I don't know. I don't think so. Now, admittedly, with 4 zombies, our clear speed isn't the best. That's one thing that I'm kind of... I don't want to say disappointed. I'm not disappointed about it. But I did hope for more. Okay, let's go back and do some selling. Oh, Xana? Why is Xana here?
Learn anything new, Exile?
I think Xana shows up on the first map, right? Like, you can't actually invite her, but she shows up. And then once you do a couple quests and get her to level 2, that's when she'll actually come to your hideout. Okay. Oh, some life. This actually has quite a bit of resistance. Whoa. This is a nice ring. Life. Resistance. Not as much resistance as I would like, though. Okay. Sorry. Goodbye.
Good luck with your map.
Okay. Oops. Wasted portal. Now, I would like to finish this episode soon. Unfortunately, today it's just gonna be one episode. I don't know if you can tell from this episode, but I'm still not, 100% back just yet. My nose is stuffy. It's just... I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to face the real world. I'm still the gross Emnix. The gross me. The sick me. I can't. So... But, I think by Thursday, by tomorrow, we should be good. Here's hoping. I'm looking at like our progression through this map, and I know I'm being very careful right now. Our clear speed isn't amazing, and honestly, I feel like this is like as fast as we can go already. Like when I was doing Dry Lakes, I was going much slower than this. So I'm like, this is actually like pretty good compared to how it was yesterday. Like I'm starting to get used to this style of playing, but it's still pretty slow when it comes to progression. One of the cool things though is these zombies. So the enemies killed by zombies explode dealing fire damage mod is actually affected by minion damage. So if you do 20% damage, enemies explode for 20% of their maximum health. Well, we have minion damage support, so we actually do 48% more. So that 20% is increased by 1.48, which basically brings you up to maybe like 30%. And added fire doesn't do anything. And any of our minion damage nodes are affected by those as well. So, like, look at that, one hit, and when we do a zombie slam, it probably kills more than one thing. And when 2 or 3 zombies slam together, they're probably like, well, you can tell they're like one-shotting the whole pack, which is just, it's really cool. It kind of feels like our gratuitous violence build that we had. How come I have less life? I thought I had 3,700. What? Was I mistaken? Did I switch equipment? I don't think so. Huh. Oh, it did have 3700. I just don't have any regen. And I can't read. Okay, I get it. Sure. So not having any HP regen is actually a real bummer. I need that leech like ASAP, honestly. Okay, the Veil Regalia I really want. Oh, that's not good. And 0 monsters remaining. And we're at the 30-minute mark. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that map was, I mean, as easy as it comes. But, I mean, we were just sort of trying to see how we would do in a map. Honestly, that wasn't the worst. Let me keep this shield. I might want to do something with it. So let me put it aside. Like, what happens to my resistances if I put it on? It's actually okay. So that means I could switch from a 28 energy shield item to a 108 armor and 44 energy shield item. I do lose life though, right? I lose life. That's not good. I don't like losing life. And if I were to lose life, I would at least want to gain strength. If that's not happening, then maybe not. I'll keep it for now, though. Think about it. This ring's actually okay, too. Can I switch out the ring? I mean, having an extra slot would be kind of nice. Resistances go to shit, though. Well, would it be all that bad? Especially since we have purity. What do we lose? We don't lose anything. Okay, say I switched out this ring. What are resistances like? 190, 107, 126. That's fine. That's okay, and I can actually put in one more socket in here. So I would put in something like Vitality. I could put whatever. No, I wouldn't put Vitality. I would put like, I would put the Discipline here. Or even the Raise Zombie here. Or Raise Spectre. I don't know. But you know what? Having an extra gem socket might help a lot. So I'm going to stick to this ring instead. It's kind of an upgrade. It gives us more life. So now we're at 3,700. Do we get more life? We get 7 more life. Before, you know, the percent increases and all that. That is okay. And we ended up getting a lot of maps from here too. So we got a ghetto map. Another ghetto map. We got 3 ghetto maps. We got 3 tier 2 maps from that one arcade map. And that's the first bonus complete on our Atlas. If you guys don't know what maps and Atlases are, by the way, like if you just watched the last 15 minutes of this episode and was like, I have no idea what happened, check out the map guide. It explains a lot of things. A lot of people have requested, it's like, hey, Emnix, can you create some guides on, you know, how to do this, how to do that? And I was actually really thinking about creating guides. It is a lot of work, but I was going to do it. But there's a guy out there. Oh, I forgot his name. Something Engineer. He makes the best Path of Exile guides I've ever seen. And I think I'll link it in Discord sometime. So if you haven't haven't had a chance, come on the Discord channel and just remind me, and I'll link some of those videos, and they are fucking amazing guide videos. You should definitely check them out. Even if I'd make them, there'd be no point because like his guides are just that good. So I'll link those, check those out, and you know, just take a look at how maps work. They are sort of very important to Path of Exile. They're like the core of Path of Exile. Once you got into Merciless and you got into the end game, maps are basically the real end game. So you know, you kind of have to do it. So, and those, they're really nice. They're really exciting too. They're super fun. But that's the end of this episode. We'll be doing a live stream on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Unfortunately, there's only one episode today. I'm still sick. I'm not ready to record more, but hopefully we'll be ramping up again starting tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for watching today, though. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Soon.